Well, yeah. Feel the rhythm as the night gets tight. Ride the vibe under flashing lights. The beat is calling, so jump on board. The groove train's rolling, can't be ignored. All aboard the groove train tonight. Destination's groove, it feels so right. Track to the rhythm, let your heart ignite. We're chasing dreams under neon light. Ooh, this train's got soul, rolling smooth and strong. Hear the whistle blow with a funky song. No ticket needed, the fare is free. Just bring your vibe and your energy. All aboard the groove train tonight. Destination's groove, it feels so right. Track to the rhythm, let your heart ignite. We're chasing dreams under neon light. Ooh, this train's got soul, rolling smooth and strong. Hear the whistle blow with a funky song. No ticket needed, the fare is free. Just bring your vibe and your energy. Engine humming like a bassline flow, wheels spinning fast wherever we go. Fueled by the funk, don't you let it fade. Live in this groove, in the life we made. Tunnel ahead, but we've lost the fear. Together we vibe, the path is clear. Every stop we make leaves sparks behind. We stake our claim on this groove this time. This time.
Tickets, please. All aboard the Groove Train.
Well, yeah. Feel the rhythm as the night gets tight. Ride the vibe under flashing lights. The beat is calling, so jump on board. The groove train's rolling, can't be ignored. All aboard the groove train tonight. Destination's groove, it feels so right. Track to the rhythm, let your heart ignite. We're chasing dreams under neon light. Ooh, this train's got soul, rolling smooth and strong. Hear the whistle blow with a funky song. No ticket needed, the fare is free. Just bring your vibe and your energy. All aboard the groove train tonight. Destination's groove, it feels so right. Track to the rhythm, let your heart ignite. We're chasing dreams under neon light. Ooh, this train's got soul, rolling smooth and strong. Hear the whistle blow with a funky song. No ticket needed, the fare is free. Just bring your vibe and your energy. Engine humming like a bassline flow, wheels spinning fast wherever we go. Fueled by the funk, don't you let it fade. Live in this groove, in the life we made. Tunnel ahead, but we've lost the fear. Together we vibe, the path is clear. Every stop we make leaves sparks behind. We stake our claim on this groove this time.
standing on the platform. Destination unknown. Only one way to get there. All aboard the Groove Train.
This time.
Welcome to the Groove Train. It is June 6, 2025, and we have a wonderful show prepared for you all tonight. Tonight, we have some wonderful guest hosts in the house, as well as our usual hosts that we have as well. Tonight, Master Rochi is on hiatus, and we will have Josh White in here this evening with us as well. And and possibly another guest host as well. So we're hoping that we're going to be able to see everybody tonight. But without any further ado, I got to tell you, we have a wonderful show planned this week. It is on spring planting and crops as well. So whether you're planting flowers, whether you're planting your vegetables, whether you're planting your cannabis, that doesn't matter. You know, we want to hear about what everybody is doing and what's going on. And we also have some wonderful videos from Mama Rochi as well. And we've got some great garden updates from the one and only, the master gardener herself, Ashley Huffman as well. So without any further ado, let's bring everybody in. First, let's bring in Ashley.
Oh, I was laughing at that. What is up?
How's it going? How you
Pretty
doing?
good. Choo. Welcome aboard, everybody.
That's right. And next we got Mama Rochi in the house. Hello, Mama.
Hi, everybody.
Hola, mama.
Wonderful to see you. And we got a big treat for everybody tonight. One of the most knowledgeable guys that I know about anything to do with gardening or planting is Joshua White. What's up,
guys?
from the MMP, the Marijuana Maintenance Program, everybody?
Good evening. Choo. Let's go.
Hey, real quick, before we get started, I want to mention that the Marijuana Maintenance Program has a new T-shirt out right now, and it is made by the Just Blazed clothing company, I believe they're called, and that's Wallace Kahn's company, I believe, and it's definitely a good place to buy your stuff. This will be the second or third shirt that I've gotten from Just Blazed, I believe. And they're always great quality.
And he just keeps making them for more people. So he's definitely getting out there in the community more and more, which is wonderful. That's the point of all this, is everybody keeps moving forward. He's decided to make a shirt just for MMP. We kind of redesigned the logo a little, made it a little more forward thinking, and we've got some cool things coming for sure.
Excellent. So if you want to support the Marijuana Maintenance Program and Joshua White and everyone that he helps, get yourself a Marijuana Maintenance Program shirt, because a donation will be made to the MMP when you do. Absolutely.
Yes.
And they can get that shirt at MMP marijuanamaintenanceprogram.com, or do they have to go to Just Blazed?
It is on the Just Blazed website. We have a link, an affiliate link where you can click and it'll take you straight to it. But I'm doing most of the marketing for that here on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, all those kind of places.
So spring planting, everybody. What do you guys think of this? If there's one person that I know that has a lot of beautiful flowers outside in her garden, and that's Mama Rochi, I'll tell you. And we will have a video for you guys to watch whenever you give us the okay to go ahead and do that.
Your microphone, it's really hard to understand you. Mama Rochi.
Add feedback.
Yeah.
I have feedback. Does that help?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, a lot.
That helps.
I have a fan, a little fan on me.
Oh, that's better.
Hear that. Sounded like you had a large fan on.
Turn it off. Sorry, guys.
No,
Hey, you know what? 50 years old. It's a woman thing.
I
Hot
know.
flashes are real.
I think think at this time of year, it's just a human being thing.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. That's
So
funny.
yeah, I did a couple little videos today and ended up deleting a couple, and then I did like a side yard video, and there's just our yard is so full of stuff and so full of stuff that we haven't gotten done yet because, you know, he's working crazy hours trying to get us out of the hole, and he sleeps during the day, so I don't want to be out there making noise. It's just, you know,
Sure.
it's
Get one of them
it's
utility
messy.
fans for where he's sleeping so he can sleep peacefully while you're working.
Oh, they're doing the roof next door, and I just feel
Yeah.
for him because he works all night and then he's trying to sleep and they're over there pounding right outside the window. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
man.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that, you know, that's got to be tough. But, you know, the roof's got to get fixed, and it's temporary. But,
Right.
you know, it's good that Matt's out there rocking and rolling and taking
yeah.
care of business. So we have a lot of respect for that. And we understand that he can't be here tonight for that reason. So, hey, that's no problem at all. But we've got Joshua filling in for him right now. And, you know, that's an honor for us to
We'll keep this train rolling one way or the other. Master Race is-
Well, and David may be here yet. So,
That's
Multiple
David's-
conductors.
we're hoping that David will be here as well.
hoping that David will be here. But he also said that he was working later hours to try and get himself out of the hole. So, it's that time of year.
It is.
You know?
It is. I got to work at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh boy, Joshua, man.
I'll be headed down to Springfield. I'm actually doing a seminar at the Altier House and Garden Home in Springfield, which is like a big, I don't know, like a home garden. Like that, it was in HGTV.
Oh,
Okay.
very cool.
Garden thing. It's a very cool little place, so it'll be neat.
Well, that's great. They should be honored to have you. I guarantee
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right?
I was blown away to even get asked, but because of my affiliations with Soil Food, the live beneficial worm castings company, you know, they thought to reach out to me and invite me in with them to give a presentation. So I'm ecstatic to be part of it.
Oh, great! Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All the people that you're going to give so much information to, they're going to be lucky. That's for sure.
Well, I'll have a few clones on me and a couple seeds. You know me. I always take some good genetics with me wherever I go.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? I got a pack of them right here. As a matter of fact.
Oh yeah, I just planted a few of those. They're coming up nicely.
I say those always look good when
I actually took mine out to see how many packs of yours I had left, Josh, but I didn't see what was what. But I have 10 packs of your beans.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
So I don't know what's what, but that's what I have.
Slap a full cell sign on them. Most of those packs don't exist anymore. So I charge $50 to $60 per pack. Some of those packs that don't exist are worth $90 to $100 now. Like not
right.
So
Yeah,
I got it.
I would put a for sale sign on them and help get you guys out of the hole. You know, that's
He's
what I would
doing
do.
pretty good job. He's doing a pretty good job.
Clearly.
I still say that the best that I've smoked in 2025 was Charlie's Ticket.
I very much appreciate that. Actually, thank you. 25 is not over that yet, though. So wait till Ashley gets done with that gold train she's growing right now.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right.
Beautiful little thing.
That little gold pack you got sitting on your desk has some absolute banger in it. Guaranteed.
Because I have them sitting
Now,
right
is
here.
that the gold?
Go ahead.
Is that the gold train? What is it?
That's the F2 project. So that was the second gen of Gold Train. So within those seeds, somewhere out there, because when you take it to F2, it actually opens up the familial lines and it allows not just the parents, the mom and dad, to be present as phenotypes, but also the grandparents. So the 1972 Colombian Gold is somewhere inside of those packs.
Oh,
And
boy.
that's kind of what the hunt for Gold October was all about. You know, the pot of gold was the hunt for the Gold October. We're looking for the yellow plant. And everybody that's growing Gold Train is doing the same thing. They're all looking for that 1972 Colombian gold that's somewhere in those genetics. So
See, it just makes you want to grow more and more until you find it.
it got me hooked immediately. You know, as soon as I met Rich Dean, Rich Dean is the gentleman who actually bred the Gold Train. He's one of the oldest breeders in the country. He runs a company called Little House Genetics out of Northern Illinois, and back in the 70s was busted for growing massive amounts of cannabis in the suburbs of Chicago and stuff. And he had the 72 gold plant, and it ended up being fully pollinated by a Kembali Kush Night Train cross male that was in the room. And when it pollinated it, it killed the mother plant because it was fully pollinated. It was not able to be re-vegged. It just died. And it was his mother. It wasn't a clone.
Oh.
So this was not intentional, I'm presuming. I don't know for sure on that side, but what it did was it trapped those genetics off somewhere in those seeds. So everybody's just kind of doing the same thing. And he will pay you $500 if you get the actual gold plant that he's looking for, and you have a cut of it, and you keep a cut of it, he will pay you $500 for the cut back.
Well, damn.
So, you know, definitely make sure you take clones.
Yeah.
Definitely take clones.
No.
So hey, Josh, I got a question for you. Can you show any of your garden?
Here now, no, I'm on a laptop. I can't carry my laptop anywhere, and my garden is not really like
all right,
doable like that.
Hey, I'm just asking. Just asking.
It would have to go. We'd have to go for a big ride to get to that.
Why don't we go ahead? We'll play one of your videos, Mama Rochi. We'll start off with this first one here. And the way I have it in here, we can talk over the video and everything. So if you need to describe
Okay.
I'll play the sound of the video. Okay.
Like I said, don't fuss about my weeds.
Okay, hi guys, back again, just reshooting this video. So these are my peppers, and then
what's up, Rhino?
you guys know what this is. This is Cleome. This grows really big and really tall and gets pretty pink flowers on it. And then
So I don't know if you guys have ever seen Cleome. A lot of people think it smells like weed.
which is reseeding
Oh,
itself.
it did kind of look like it.
And
The leaves.
Yes.
we got some more peppers.
Very strong skunk odor.
Got some more peppers.
That's funny.
And I think those are
Peppers.
Tabasco. And I'm not sure what I think that's what's bells. And then here we have wild garlic. So wild garlic is really, really cool. It flowers real pretty. And then we always leave a big stand of it in our yard. And it's edible from top to bottom. There's another pepper plant. And these are our pretty tomato plants.
Looking
if you guys
good.
can see them real well.
So looking good.
There's another tomato plant.
That one we thought was going to die. It was looking real scraggly there for a minute.
little fenced-in area that we let Lily run in.
The deer ate the whole top of my tomato plant off down to like one leaf, and the thing
Oh.
grew all the way back. It was
Come over
great.
That's funny.
And right here we have
Lily fertilizing the lawn.
Is that bee
I
balm?
don't have anything
Is that bee
in our
balm?
little pots down here yet, except for a few weeds. I haven't
That
decided
purple
what to
thing?
plant in them.
Is that
Oh, that's
what?
chives.
But
That's
then
bee
was
balm,
chives.
here
isn't
we
it?
have
Chives.
bell peppers,
Chives?
Chives.
marjoram, and
Very cool.
cardamom.
I've never grown cardamom before.
Or no, marjoram and coriander. Sorry.
Don't mind my
coriander.
weeds.
And then here I have rosemary and thyme planted. I have savory planted here. I've got dill and mint planted here. I've got cherry tomatoes planted here. Sorry about my messy patio. And then if I walk down this way, like I said, I in my other videos, yeah, neighbors are still doing work. We're all still cleaning up from the tornado. And then over here, I got raspberries.
Ooh.
It's all raspberries.
Are they red raspberries or the?
Raspberries.
They're the real dark ones.
I've got some
Oh, okay.
zucchini planted. I've got some cucumbers planted. Got some more zucchini
Cucumbers.
planted. And then down here in the corner with all the pretty rose bushes, we have sunflowers and zinnias planted all through here.
I love my zinnias.
The pretty roses.
That's Lily's little
And
dog
we did
run.
shade mix along the house.
There she goes.
Really?
Anyway, that's our garden. That's where we're at so far this year. We've got a few other things planted and got a lot left still to plant, a lot of cleaning up to do. So back to you guys.
I love it.
Good
Cozy
job.
little space. I love all the flowers.
That's
Well,
awesome.
that's just our little bitty backyard. But like behind the house, between the garage, like we can have this little fenced in area where it's just our patio area. You know, we have the pool and the hot tub. It's all crammed into a real tiny space. And then we have the side yard, which is, you know, a 1/4 acre of just pampas grass and trees.
Well, I sent Sir Steve-O a couple of videos. I don't know if he can cue any of them up, but there's a couple
sure
videos
can.
of my garden in there if you want to see. Got a few pretties in there, I think.
Let's see here. I got to share this. with
Ooh,
you.
wind chimes.
Yeah, somebody.
I hear them.
My son must be home. It's the front door.
Oh,
I
nice.
like that.
Let's see here. Facebook. All right. And then I have to.
How about a smash? Like you got some Tower Garden giant plants growing this year. You gonna try
Oh
to
yeah, I'm gonna try. We shall see.
break last year's record and grow up 15?
Oh man, I don't know if I can. The Tower Garden would probably break if I tried to break that record.
I'm telling you, you should make them pay you to see if you can break one.
Right? They are boasting of their heavy-duty plastic all the time.
So these were new babies I planted when the moon was empty the other night.
I see them peeking.
Couple packs of Animal Crossings there.
Oh, what up? Yeah, there you go.
Shipping.
Oops. I think I need it. No,
There you go.
there we go.
Now these are all grown in 1 gallon pots, so they're not ginormous plants by any means. But I'm really going to see what the genetics look like. I want to be able to see what each phenotype is going to present with out of a room full, out of 25 or 50 or whatever.
All right.
Much smaller plants.
They're pretty.
That's a beautiful fade.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is icy truffles. Icy truffles is a plant that my sister grew called ICR, or I can't remember, by the Grow Room Genetics. And I crossed that to apple.
I just
truffle.
realized that's funny.
Yeah, ICR.
I can't remember.
They couldn't remember what the seed was.
That's funny.
It was an Afghan Turkish hash cross. So it was 2 ash plants that they crossed to each other, and she couldn't remember what it was. So she called it I can't remember.
That's perfect.
And then I crossed it to my apple truffle. So I renamed it Icy Truffles.
I love that. That's perfect.
That one is, I don't remember. I can't remember that one, but it's not that plant.
They're so pretty.
I think that's Golden Delicious, or one of the phenos is Golden Delicious. This is where I'm going to be tomorrow, 1 to 4 in Springfield.
Very cool. Green Masterclass.
Yeah, I get to be one of those 4 speakers, which is pretty freaking neat.
That is.
Like, and the other people that are speaking like have giant homes and huge nurseries and stuff, and I'm just like some, home breeder. So it should be neat. This is putting right on the spot. I don't remember. I can't remember anything.
So this is I can't remember too.
Yeah. So I can't remember also. No, that one. No, that's Golden Delicious right there.
Oh,
That's so pretty.
Yeah, Golden Delicious is a very pretty plant.
now that's a producer right there. Look at that. Yum. What we got here?
These are all relatively okay. So this is blue truffle that I'm working. So that's also not been seen by anyone besides me.
And now us.
It's a Pepe Le Bleu by Apple Truffle. Pepe Le Bleu is by Dungeons of the Dank Genetics, and I crossed it to Apple Truffle. So it's blue truffle. It's a beautiful plant, and it smells.
Yeah, I love the dark color.
And it absolutely smells like a diesel tanker truck ran over a whole family of skunks and then backed up over them and then sat there for a few weeks while they rotted.
Marinated.
And they just sat there because
It's very pretty.
it is.
Very pretty.
When it hits the streets, people are gonna be like, "Whoa, that's definitely something." It is very much a diesel beast. It's gonna be something special.
Wow. Well, we got one more here too.
Thank you.
I can't remember OG.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope. That is definitely a apple fritter cross. So that's more icy truffles.
God, I want pretty colors like that on my plants.
Starve them. Don't give them so much
right.
nitrogen. Starve them through the beginning of their life of nitrogen. Give them low amounts of nitrogen, especially once they hit flower. Just never introduce nitrogen again. But if you starve them a lot of nitrogen in the beginning, you'll get a lot of beautiful colors out of them. You'll also get much higher terpene count and much higher THC percentages. Because because nitrogen is a THC antagonist. It stops the production of THC.
See, guys,
so,
acting like you don't know anything for tomorrow's speeches.
Well, these folks don't really grow cannabis. They don't grow weed. So I'm going to be talking. These people are like big garden people. So I'm going to be talking about terpenes. And I'm going to talk about terpenes because terpenes grow on everything. Anything that grows has terpenes going from it. So you can discuss terpene production in tomato plants. You can discuss terpene production on the stems of squash and on the stems of watermelon and how it affects the birds and the bees and the pollen makers and how it attracts things into where it's at to bring in the pollen makers and the pollinators and stuff. It's an amazing, it's pretty amazing world to dive into. So I got the pleasure of doing that.
So have you seen, I got a question, Josh. Have you seen the videos of where you see through the camera, like birds and bees, where they see the colors of the flowers? Have you seen those videos?
Seen the videos of what birds and bees see? You mean?
Yeah.
I've seen,
I mean, the reason I'm asking is
I know you're going somewhere with it. Get there, Mama.
I am going somewhere with it. Different plants that produce different terpenes, their flowers produce different types of pollen. And that is the pollen, the color of the pollen, and it shows up completely different when a bird and a bee see it than what we see. So those colors
see each other completely differently too. I mean, they're when they look at a blackbird is 16 different iridescent colors to a bird. When a bird looks at a blackbird, it looks like a crazy flamingo bird to them, and we're just seeing black feathers. But if you
that's the reason I'm asking. So, like the different pollens of the different plants are all like these beautiful, amazing colors. We may see it as yellow pollen or peach colored pollen or white pollen or whatever color that plant produces, but the birds and the bees see it as food and like this beautiful rainbow. So
Yeah,
I was just
it could be
curious
nutrients.
right. I was curious as to if you'd seen any of those videos, and it may be something that we want to like bring on the show in the future so people can see what these pollinators are looking for.
That'd be cool.
That's so cool.
When they're looking and they're just like anything. They can memorize a pretty big radius for their size, and they're going out looking for pheromones and smells, and they're looking for terpenes. They're looking for the scent of the terpenes floating through the air, and that's what guides them down to where they're going for their specific type of pollen.
Right.
Bees collect the same flowers, pollen over and over and over again for their specific hive, depending on what type of honey they're making for that group of brood of
Spicy or garlic.
yeah. Spicy. Yeah. Yeah, no, so I could see that being a pretty cool subject to get into. It definitely intrigued me when I started looking further into it and thinking outside of just the cannabis world, because I very much I box myself into marijuana very much often, but I grow everything. I grow all kinds of different plants. I just specialize in cannabis. So it's amazing how the knowledge of the cannabis world was able to bleed over into some of those other types of plants too. And understanding what those terpenes are wanting.
It's all botany.
Yeah.
It's all botany.
I always say the more plants, the more happier you are because you're getting all the terpenes that are out there.
And flavonoids too.
Yeah.
I can't remember. OG is definitely going to have to be a strain coming up when I get crossing ICR again. I'll cross it to one of my. In fact, so I'll cross it. I have a plant called Granny's Gold, right? It's recently released. Granny's Gold is Deadhead OG by Apple Truffle by Gold Train.
So there's your OG. Yep.
Yeah, so I'll
there you go.
And I'll call it. I can't remember OG. Just for you guys. We had Groove Train special.
I love it.
Only available here on Groove Train. One
Right.
strain does it all.
With a train on the package.
Right. I'll make you a cool little label.
That'll be an easy play. It'll have Gold Train right in there in the lineage. So,
love it.
Train will be easy.
I'll make you some cool labels.
Hell yeah.
I'm always down. My stickers still aren't here. Did you send them?
Yeah, I did. That's why I was going to check on them. I'll check on them after the show and see where they're at.
Right on.
But yeah, I did.
Right on.
I sent them. Snail mail, though. Sorry.
Mine too. I'm waiting on shirts too. I have shirts coming up to me from Florida, and they were supposed to be here today.
Mine too. Mine got set back a day. Mine was supposed to be here.
Well, then maybe that's why mine's still not here. It's supposed to be here before 9, and I haven't got the message yet that it's arrived. So we'll see. Maybe it got set back a day.
Yeah,
right.
Bummer.
Yeah.
It'd be all right.
Yeah, I didn't waste any time at all getting my shirt. I tell you.
You actually got a very cool shirt, Steve-O. I didn't mention this, and I don't think he told you, but since you ordered the first round of shirts, you ended up with one of my shirts. So you have on the back of yours, you have the White Glove Seed Clone Company logo, and you have the QR codes for White Glove and MMP all on the back of your shirt.
Oh yeah.
Nice. All right.
It'll be just like mine. So and there's only 6 of those. So there'll only be 6 ever, and then they'll go back to regular production. So
nice. That's what I'm talking about. I've got the Master Rochi shirt too.
And I think you'll have Rasta's logo too, because I believe Rasta's logo is on those first 6 shirts also.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh, cool.
It'll be a cool little keepsake.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
that's what I love all my shirts and stuff for. I have a whole closet full of shirts that they're like memories for me of doing things and going places and meeting people and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then I just had to start stealing other people's stuff, handkerchiefs and
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
whatever else I get my hands on. Now I got shelves up there with all your guys' shit on it.
Stolen goods.
That's all my stolen goods up there.
Yeah.
Memories.
Are we going to see you at Herbal Roots on the 28th, or are you going to Token Flip?
I'll probably be up at the Herbal Roots at the very least to stop in and say hello. My sister will be there, set up like usual. I really enjoy that specific festival for getting to go to it because I can come and hang out, walk around. I don't have any responsibility. I don't have to set at a booth. I don't have to sell the shirt. I don't have to sell a hat. I don't have to sell a bean. I just show up and hang out and kick it and walk around with my friends. And I do not get to do that at anything. I don't get to go to any of these events and just not be on, you know. And there's a fun part of being on at all times, and there's the work part of it. And so that specific one I get to go to, which he did invite me up to, and I'm definitely going to come up and say hi. So
I'm going to be doing pictures.
Really?
Photographer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. So you got a big camera out, and it's going to do the zoom and the.
Got two big cameras. I got Matt's Canon DC30, I think, and Canon DC60. And yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not sad or anything, but we have a golf tournament coming up, and I've not heard a thing about any type of top hats being in my golf tournament, and I'm just I'm a little discombobulated
He is
about
so
it.
busy.
I'll figure it out, you know.
He is so busy right now, and he's working midnight, so he hasn't answered any messages. He hasn't talked to anybody. He hasn't done much of anything.
18 holes of golf to get back with your friends, hang out with everybody. You know.
On Tuesday morning, I have my very first appointment with my friend. We're going to the driving range, and it's because because once I found out about your scramble, I thought to myself, I wonder if I could play golf again. So I'm going to give it a try. I got my clubs all dusted off, and on Tuesday morning, I'm going to hit my first bucket of balls in probably 7 years.
Okay, well, you're doing this Tuesday morning?
Tuesday morning.
Up in Aurora?
No, I'll be just going right here in Woodstock.
In Woodstock. Okay.
Yeah. So
About to have a buddy.
I've never hit a golf ball in my life, not once ever, and I'm about to have
Me
a golf.
either.
I've
That's
never
funny.
seen a golf club like all the way to hit a ball. You know, like I picked one up and stayed with it. I have 2 putters right now. That's what I picked up so far is 2 putters. That's it.
okie dokie.
I'll get there. We've got months before the tournament. The beauty of a 4-man scramble is that you can absolutely suck, and it doesn't matter.
If
You can be the worst person that's ever picked up a golf club, and I only need the 2 putters because there's no way I'm going to be the driver. I'm not going to be the guy on my team that's like, let's get this down the fairway. That is not me, bro. I'm going to.
You'll have to hit Master Rochi up. He's got probably Master Rochi's got like 3 sets of clubs out in the garage.
Yeah. See, there we go. I don't even need clubs. I'll just use Master Rochi's tall ass club. That really worked for me. He's 7.5 feet tall. I'd be out there with holding the bottom of his clubs down here. The whole handle would be up in my armpit. I would look like a little kid out there trying to swing clubs. What the heck?
Nah, and not unless he has some custom set made or something. They're all pretty standard.
Yeah. Actually, like Rasta told me, his is a standard size. He didn't have to have his customized, but he said that's kind of unusual to like just measure out to the right size that the clubs come in. Most people have to get them cut off or lengthened or whatever. I think cut off. I think you probably just cut them out. I don't think you
I just went
Stretch it out a little.
looks like it's about time for our intermission. We're about the halfway point here, and tonight is going to be a Mendo Dope night.
Hey, my boys. I love
yeah. So, Kaka, everybody, get ready, and we're gonna have a little bit of Mendo Dope here tonight, and enjoy. See you in about 3 or 4 minutes. Enjoy.
Wake 'em up, Tracks. On the ganja go, feeling like the greatest of all time. Get you high with this dope rhyme, teaching cultivation worldwide. On the ganja go, I'ma get you high with this dope rhyme. On the ganja go, feeling like the greatest of all time. Get you high with this dope rhyme, teaching cultivation worldwide. On the ganja go, I'ma get you high with this dope rhyme. I've been growing for over a decade. Build brands, helped y'all get paid. Full term, sun grown, high grade. Mendo, the hills I was raised. Did it all on our own, self-made. Glass shards, the emerald tri-flame. I'm the ganja goat, I microscope the dope, and yo nose is the only thing that grows. Y'all just like Pinocchio's, you never had toast stacked on top of toast. The only time you ever seen a field of dreams is when you sipped the lean and fell asleep. You had the green but woke up in the sheets. I'ma teach these cats how to grow some weed. I don't use no chemicals, got CBD instead of pills. Get THCA straight from Guild. No, I won't change, I keep it real. Let's crack the seal on this. Jar smells like an orange peel in this. Roll it, light it, now we feeling this. Crystal shining, now we healing this. Pain that I had is gone. Say what I had in the bag was wrong. Then I grew up and I found out what I had in my backpack and the bag was bomb. Tell him move on if he ain't down. Dank what I'm passing round. Born in a ganja town, every year I plant new seeds in the ground. On the ganja go, feeling like the greatest of all time. Get you high with this dope rhyme, teaching cultivation worldwide. On the ganja go, I'ma get you high with this dope rhyme. On the ganja go, feeling like the greatest of all time. Get you high with this dope rhyme, teaching cultivation worldwide. On the ganja go, oldie, I'ma get you high with this dope rhyme. Yo, I'ma gas on this. Write my rap with hash on this. Fingerprints of resin, I'm representing ganja farmer back on this. Been growing that dank and I'm pushing that top rank straight from the outlaw scene. I'ma break this down like enzymes in the soil from the alfalfa seeds. SSTs, brew with ease, grew the trees, who taught ya? Sticky smelling like lemon squeezed on all this good green ganja. If it ain't terpy, don't want ya. I got too much varieties to choose, all green shock ya. I'm one of the best to ever do it. Got laced by the ones who led the movement. Set trends on the world the way we grew it. Ask P did it, just how we do it. Some more of it when I roll this potent dope in it. Shakes your focus, hold it in and choke. Real we culture what I spoke and I teach this technique coast to coast. Let's toast. We don't brag, but we do got enough fresh weed in December to fill up Santa Claus bag. I'ma go bad if I ain't got no smoke. Shit, I'ma jump out in the field, start chewing on plants, don't trip on me, I'm the ganja go. Feeling like the greatest of all time. Get you high with this dope rhyme, teaching cultivation worldwide. On the ganja go, I'ma get you high with this dope rhyme. On the ganja go, feeling like the greatest of all time. Get you high with this dope rhyme, teaching cultivation worldwide. On the ganja go, I'ma get you high with this dope rhyme.
State of Gold Music.
And that was Mendo Dope with the ganja goat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, beat
Great
ganja
swell
goat.
time, baby.
Get you high with those dope rhymes.
Hey, Mama. Can you show your friends that?
Yeah, Mama, you're muted.
It's like she's trying to speak to us.
I had to turn my fan on.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
I got mine blowing on me right now too. I got the window next to me. It's a beautiful day outside today. I don't know about you guys, but
It was here too.
It was rainy.
still raining down there. Wow.
It's gonna rain for us tomorrow, I do believe.
Oh, great.
Hey, we need it. We
I
need
think
it
we're
for the
supposed to get rain tomorrow too. Yeah.
Gotta have rain to grow
I know.
flowers.
I know. I walked out to make the video of the side yard, and I was squishing in the grass. So
You've been raining for days, though.
That willow tree will help one of these days.
right, except for the fact that it's like laying sideways.
Maybe you should have planted a
Tornado
couple.
didn't. You know what's amazing is that tornado tore so much up here, and all of our little trees like survived. The willow's just leaning sideways a little bit, but it survived.
Just put a little bungee cord on it for now. What's up, Scott?
Smashley, what do you got growing on? I think that you definitely have a lot of interesting things going. You've got 4 out of your 5 tower gardens up right now.
Yes. Well, technically all 5 are up, but I just have water sitting in the 5th one that I'll transfer to ones that need it for now, because obviously moving next week, so I'll do that one then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think my most exciting thing so far would be the little sardine can microgreens. Those are pretty fun to grow.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need much.
Yeah. I didn't realize. Well, I mean, it's on a small scale, of course, but it only took like probably 3-4 days to grow. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and if you do trays of them, I mean, you can do a whole tray of microgreens in that same amount of time. And you have a tray of greens.
Like, I don't know, like, what else I can eat.
You bundle them up in 1-pound sacks and sell them for $8 a piece.
Oh shit! See, I need to join some more farmers markets for sure.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Just your local farmers market. Just do it on that scale and make yourself known that way. It's actually and it's a great time. It's a great way to get to know a bunch of people and sell a bunch of other products too.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got a whole plethora of products that would go really well at a farmer's market.
Yes, my tinctures. I was actually going to do one next weekend, but I had to back out because we're moving next weekend. So that didn't work out, but there'll be more. There will be more.
So that's also something, I don't grow a lot of vegetables, just a few small things that we can do salsa and those kind of things with. But I always make sure, like, our neighbor has a farm stand across the highway on the other side of the highway. So I always buy local. I don't buy those things at the grocery store. I would rather buy them from my neighbor that's growing them 5 houses down. You know what I mean?
Summer, I feel like
that's always.
Now, Ashley, do you normally grow your own herbs for your herbal mixes? You grow all of your own stuff?
Some of them, not all of them, but like I have mullein growing. Like I have some dried leaves here for my tower.
Nice, beautiful. That's awesome.
Nice and luscious. And then I actually have a lot, like, because I grew peppers over the winter, and I dried them all out, and I was going to make my own red pepper flakes.
Very nice.
I just haven't ground them down yet.
Own paprika?
Yeah.
I'm
excited. But yeah, I think winter is harder to grow large scale inside. Summertime outdoor growth is always going to beat out the indoor growing, I feel like, because you can get a lot more. And I mean, unless you have the good lights, like a really good light source, but also varieties are limited because you can't always use like a beefsteak tomato isn't going to grow that well inside, like that's more of a summer grow. So you'd want to stick with like the smaller bush tomatoes. Same with like cucumbers or zucchini. Those are harder to grow inside. So I feel like winter, I kind of stick with the small stuff and do like my herbal stuff. Like I did calendula too. And I got my normal herbs that I dry out and refill my jars that I have bought in from the store in the past, like dill and thyme and rosemary, chive, cilantro. Cilantro, I feel like always tastes better fresh though, not when you dry it. That's like the one herb that I have to have fresh. But thyme, I
dry.
Have like a ton of.
I dry and grind all of my herbs, my oregano, my thyme, my rosemary, all those. I dry them all out and grind them up and use them all like over the winter. Like whatever I grow this summer, I will use up over the winter, and then it'll be time to restock.
Right.
First thing, beginning of spring.
How much you need to grow to last the entire winter.
Yeah.
What's up, Miss Niding? Hello, Third Eye Organics in the house.
There's Nessa. What's up, Nessa? Wonderful to see
Hey,
you.
Nessa.
Sorry that your man's out of town right now.
She's probably not. She's probably getting some peace.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if that's a bad thing.
So that's actually, you know, the chives too. I love chives because they stay green from first thing in the spring. And chives are all, I mean, if you need like fresh onion for a recipe and you don't have it, chives are a great stand-in. And like I said, they stay green from spring. They're the first thing to come up in the spring. They flower, but then they stay green all the way into winter.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep them close to the patio because I use them all winter long.
That's how
all the way up until we get our first,
It's green the entire winter. Like, and we
they
had
come back
negative
year after year after year, right?
Yeah.
Like, chives are a beautiful.
Yeah,
thing.
they come back.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
That's
They come back and they expand and spread and get bigger, but that's good because, like I said, that's when you're cooking out or you're eating a baked potato, walk out to the backyard, rinse it off, chop it up, throw it in.
Yeah. Once they start flowering with that little purple flower, they get a little too tough. So I like green onions a lot because those are really green and they stay soft for the entire summer rather than them flowering and being too hard to chew.
Yeah, see, I don't have that issue with the chives. Like, no, I don't use the stalk that the flower was on, but the leaf itself is always
yeah,
fresh
that's
and
good.
tender.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can keep them chives.
I forgot you didn't like onions.
He said, "You can keep them chives. Don't like onions."
I will keep them.
Every year, I always go out in the beginning, at the beginning of spring when you're morel mushroom hunting. At the very beginning of mushroom hunting season, I'll find patches of wild onions, and I'll grab a few of them, bring them home when I bring home the mushrooms, and I plant them. So then I have those all year long. They just keep, producing. You just cut the tops off and they grow a little bit. You cut the tops off and they grow a little bit.
Well, that's like the wild garlic is the same way.
Yep.
That wild garlic will grow all the way through flower, and then it doesn't get a big bulb on it. The bulb of a wild garlic is the size of a green onion.
Like a dime. That's about it. Yeah.
But that's not the part you would use on wild garlic anyway. Wild garlic, you use the tops, the green, just like you'd use in the green onion.
You use all of it. The whole plant is edible.
Market. She's going one. That's awesome.
The whole wild garlic plant is edible.
Didn't know that.
So Master Roji was supposed to make his tinctures for the show tonight, and he didn't get around to it. He's going to do a milkweed thistle tincture. He's going to do a wild lettuce tincture, and he's going to do, I can't remember, there's one more.
Burdock,
but he's got to get out there and get his stuff harvested. Oh, burdock, burdock tincture,
That's awesome. I love those plants.
Yeah, herbalism is a very cool subject to touch on.
Oh yeah.
I can talk about it all day.
Especially when you have a certified herbalist like Ashley.
Gotta love all my plants. All those
right?
weeds.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. My backyard looks terrible, but all those weeds have a purpose.
Yep. Most people are like, man, you need to weed your garden. You're like, no, we need to harvest those too.
Stop.
So, the natives are restless.
It's Lord of the Flies when mom's not around.
Every time.
Yeah.
I've got 3 extra kids tonight.
We got 3 extras on top of the normal.
I got 7 total.
Excellent.
Sleepover
And it's
time.
an odd number, so you know somebody's getting left out and beat up. That's just not cool. Somebody is currently locked up somewhere,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Let me out! Let me
Taped
out!"
against the wall.
You can barely hear it. They're stuck behind a closet somewhere. Yeah.
It's getting a little
So
quiet.
Ashley, what all do you have planted in the Tower Gardens?
So I'm letting my autos finish out there, out in the sun, and that's also where my mullein is growing. And then I have cucumbers that I'm going to put a cattle panel around the Tower Garden to do a nice archway like it did last year. I've got cabbages, green beans, of course, a variety of different lettuces, lima beans, and all my favorite herbs, of course, cilantro, parsley, rosemary, chives, green onions. What else do I got? Thyme and mint out there.
That's badass.
Yeah. All on four little tower gardens.
Really, come here.
Love vertical growing.
Yeah, we got ours cleaned out, but we haven't gotten anything planted yet.
Yeah.
What's up, Ty? Ty Pond's in the house. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
What up, Tyler?
Hey, Ty. I see Jeremy Huffman's in the house too.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
I know that person. Hey.
How you doing?
He's sneaking in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I was curious. When I can afford a Tower Garden, I plan on getting one.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
afford much anything right now.
Yeah, there's always deals going on.
Yeah, I know. I got
Actually,
too many
Father's-
bills going out right now.
Yeah, I get it. Father's Day weekend is Zaddy 100. Does anyone know what Zaddy is?
No.
So it's like the new term for like an older attractive guy with the grays. Instead of daddy, it's zaddy. So stupid. I know. But that's the coupon code is zaddy 100 to get 100 off.
Who comes up with these names?
I don't even know, but I'm getting sick of all these new terms.
Right?
And you already heard that before somewhere.
Never heard that one. That was a new one.
The way I always looked at it is when it's an older guy, you always call them a silver fox.
Yeah,
not a zaddy.
it's basically that. That sounds way cooler than zaddy.
Yeah.
Not to kids who,
I know. Good lord.
You listen to any of the lingo. It's just
It's terrible.
The last thing I would want my partner to call me is daddy. That's just not.
Yeah.
That's just not.
I always thought it was weird too.
I think that's weird.
I think when you're calling your partner daddy or zaddy, you got serious issues. You know what I mean?
Maybe daddy issues for real.
You call Master Rochi Zaddy in the bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Zaddy Rochi, come here, Zaddy Rochi.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
That's awesome.
Yes, I will absolutely reach out or have your friend reach out. That's perfectly fine. My DMs are always open. My DMs are always open unless you start sending pictures, and then we don't have to have a chat. No, definitely have them reach out, or you can reach out at any time.
Yeah.
He secretly wants them.
Yeah, zaddy white. we're gonna throw it back at you.
I told you I'd already heard it before. It is not heard my feelings.
That's funny.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't get it, but okay. Okay.
Well, if you're a zaddy, then you can get $100 off your Tower Garden.
Yeah.
Right.
Now that's certified right there.
I just don't. I like you said, some of the new lingo, I just don't get it.
Yeah, me either.
Hey,
But I guess
I'm just old.
there was lingo that I was growing up to that my parents never understood. So I guess it's with every generation.
I can think back and remember we definitely said some. I can't remember exactly the kind of stupid shit we said, but we definitely said plenty of just off the wall, nonsensical shit. We were kids. We just make stuff up and go with it.
Yo.
Oh, Ty, Everybody. You're killing me, guys. Breaking on every level. It's all right, though. I'm used to it.
Too funny. I gotta till up my garden because I'm gonna bring some dirt over to the new place for the raised beds, and that's where I'm gonna do all my corn and carrots and potatoes again. So I got a lot of work to do.
I was gonna say, so you're gonna dig up your garden and take it to your new place. That's a
Yep.
lot
I'm
of
taking the whole backyard.
Taking my garden.
They're gonna show up to their new house with no yard. It's gonna be gone.
Big 4 foot deep, 20 by 40 hole in the back.
Right.
Sorry, I take my dirt.
You know, I
I'm
always
just
did
digging
that
their new
though,
pool.
when we were moving, we always took starts of the flowers that we loved, that we
Yes,
planted,
yeah.
that meant
I gotta-
something to us.
Yeah. I got my elderberry bush to dig up, my lilac bush. I was debating on whether or not to dig up my fruit trees I just planted, but I feel like what if they seen them and we're excited? So I feel bad. So I'll leave those here.
You keep saying I'm gonna dig up this, and I believe your husband just said, "I'll be doing that for you tomorrow."
Oh. That's right.
I love that. Real time humility right there.
Right? No, and that's like big selling points on property is fruit bearing trees and raspberries and
Right.
I know.
And we have a ton of blackberries in the back. So I might just take obviously a couple of those because then they'll just spread. But
Yeah.
I got to take some. Oh, and I was even going to take my stinging nettle. I was like, I can't leave that behind. I need that for my allergies.
So like our neighbors back here behind us, when they moved out, she had the most beautiful flower beds. I don't know if you saw all the ferns along my patio. Those came from the neighbor next to us's house. She had the most beautiful flower beds, and all the peonies that I have all came from her yard. When she moved out, the guy that bought the place tore out all the flower beds, everything, got rid of everything. And I was like, thank God.
See, that's why I'm taking my strawberries with me too.
I'm like,
Taking
thank God we
everything.
got flowers from her before he bought that
Right.
place.
That's so sad.
It is, because she had the most beautiful, like rocky flower bed that just went from spring till winter, and it changed, and
Oh,
he tore it
man.
all out.
That's terrible.
So yeah.
People who
Like I
don't
said,
garden are a huge red flag.
Me, I'm like, ooh, can I steal a start of those? Can I steal a start of those? That's how I ended up with probably 90% of the flowers around here. My yucca was a start from a friend, the ferns, the peonies. I mean, almost all of my spider plant, all of my my spider wort, all of my flowering flowers, my pretty spring ones, were all starts from neighbors.
That's awesome.
Because when we
I
bought
love
this house,
that.
there were no flowers.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been trying for 2 years to get my strawberries to come in, but they haven't yet.
Well, hey, if I see you again this summer, I'm going to bring you some strawberries.
Okay.
A clipping of mine.
Spray around them.
Yes.
Yeah, next thing I'll be at is Herbal Roots, but
I know I won't be able to because that's next weekend, right?
no, that's
No,
it's in like
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
The 28th.
It's at the end of the
Okay.
month.
Oh, okay. So we're moving the weekend before.
The 28th, yeah.
Maybe. That'd be a fun last minute decision. So we shall see.
Yeah. No stalkers or anything.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
You never know. Anyhow, so I still have green beans to plant, which I'm late getting in the ground because of all the rain, and they would have been
They grow
perfect
so
if I'd have
fast.
gotten them out before the
Yeah.
rain. But I still have green beans, and I want where we didn't play that other video, but I had another video of the side yard over here, and you could see how empty it was, and you could see our old garden that's all ragweed now because the goats devoured everything out there. And we're talking about tilling that up and just doing our big viney plants out there, like pumpkins and cantaloupe and
Oh yeah.
that kind of stuff out in that garden, because it's a big, like, it's probably 10 by 20 foot. That's like at the very back of our yard. And I think that's what we're going to do, is just the big viney plants out there.
And then you just soak the pumpkin seeds out of a pumpkin and plant them. That's all you do, right?
Oh no, I eat my pumpkin seeds. They're good for you. They're
Yeah,
dewormer.
I eat a lot of mine too, but I grew so many pumpkins I didn't harvest all the seeds.
Right.
But I should have, because they're obviously a good parasite cleanse too.
Yeah.
There's one time
That
I let
and-
one rot in our yard, and then I had a billion pumpkin sprouts from that pumpkin.
Oh yeah,
That was pretty cool.
I had planted the birdhouse gourds out along the back fence back there, and they were up in the trees. I had to get a tree
That's
saw
funny.
and a fishing net to catch them as I was cutting them down.
That's awesome.
But they were like huge. They were like big, gigantic birdhouse gourds hanging from the
that's
trees,
cool.
like 20 foot up.
That's cool. You should have left them up there and dried them out up there.
Well, I
Natural
didn't
birdhouse.
because I took them down and dried them, because if you leave them
Yeah.
hang, they'll rot. You
Oh,
have to like
true.
kind of put them in a dry circulatory place for them to dry out real good so they don't mold. So I cut them down and we dried out, and I think we made probably 10 birdhouses that year and hung them in the trees. And the tornado wiped out the last of
Oh
them.
man.
They'd been hanging in the tree for 3 years, the last ones I did, and the tornado wiped out the last of them. So.
Man. Damn tornado.
But yeah, I always make birdhouses. Yeah, that tornado did some serious damage here.
Plant some gourds. Get some gourds going. Make some new ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Replace.
I've still got seeds somewhere. I just gotta find them.
Oh yeah. I have those one pumpkins from Grow Fam, the blue ones, Gerardale pumpkins. I'm not sure how you say it, but I love those. They're so pretty.
Are they the little ones?
Yeah, well, I had some that were pretty big, but they're really, really hard to carve. And of course, all the kids had to have one. That's also how I sliced my tendon open.
Really, really hard to carve.
Yeah, my finger is just now able to move. Like,
That's
it
where
used
you
really hard
get.
to carve. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I'm always pointing.
Come here.
No,
Come in.
I'm staying right here.
You can't make me.
Right.
When you were on the screen and you were just looking over, and it looked like you were talking to me, so I started talking back.
I was talking to the whiny dog.
Yeah, same difference. It's all right.
Do you want to play your other video, Mama Rochi? Let's go ahead and do that.
Oh yeah, you can play the other video. You can see the other side of the yard and the plum tree that the goat ate all the leaves off of.
All right.
Like it's inside of the fence, and now we're outside.
Now
That's
they're
where
the
he had
neighbor's
the fire
goats.
the other day to burn
Oh,
off
see, I'd
all
have
the
goats too. Then.
ginormous branches from the tornado. And there is the van
It's the Roachmobile.
that he's been working on.
The
And,
Rochi
of course, our
Express.
old Lincoln in our car, but it's very wet out here. So last summer, I don't know if you guys heard, yes, still recovering from the tornado. This is our yard. This whole big area here. And then the backyard by the pool. But last year, I don't know if you can see the way it's leaning.
Yeah, just
We
stake it
planted
down
at the
and
end
it'll
of the
fix it.
summer this weeping willow. To
The
soak up some
tornado
of the
did a
water
job
out
on
here
it.
because it is very moist. You can hear me squishing in it if you listen. But from the tornado, she's really leaning. But she's doing real good. And over here, I have this big tree.
You can
that lost
see
a
all the
bunch of
big branches that broke
It's a
off from the
mulberry
tornado.
tree.
Yeah.
And we look forward to gathering mulberries from it every year. And then if we come down this way, I haven't planted anything in my fountain yet. Usually I plant trailing petunias in it. We got a lot to do out here though. So the yard's pretty big. It's about a ½ acre. But like I said, last summer, at the end of the summer, we planted the weeping willow. And then we also planted plum trees. So here's our plums. There's one from last year.
It's doing good.
And then that's our old garden out there. But the neighbor's goats kept eating it. So we didn't plant a garden out there this year. We decided to do the patio garden. So this is the other plum. It's not looking too healthy. But it wasn't too healthy when we got it. So that's about it. The goats pretty much took care of my pine trees. They like to eat them. They like to eat about everything. But that's my garden update.
So does your neighbors have goats that just like roam everybody's yards?
Are they just free?
Oh man.
Are they? We'll never know.
The goats pissed her off so much.
The goats just ate
Yeah.
the cable line. She's done.
Yeah. She's out of power now.
I was just
funny.
thinking, like, I would definitely have goats too. I mean,
I love
you know,
goats. They're
I like
cool.
goats too, and they taste good also. If they eat other stuff, I'm just saying. I
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
there she is.
mean,
No, yeah, my neighbor's goats are penned. However, they like to get out of their pen. And he works like all day long. So when they're out, they're out.
that'd be.
You know what I mean?
Dinner time.
Pork chop.
Jamie used to sit out here and shoot him in the butt with a BB gun, and they'd take off running.
Yeah,
You know?
bigger than that.
Well, because the BB gun wouldn't break skin, but it would scare them, and those little
Right.
goats would just truck.
Unless he had the
Lily-
fainting ones, then they're all just falling over.
Jeez, I don't know why they
Very
eat
funny.
all your shit. Like, shit me, ass. Watch this. You like a rose bush? You like
But, yeah,
evergreen trees? Shoot your skin.
That's what happened to that back plum tree. Is the big goat ate all the leaves off of it, and that's why that big garden in the back that's all ragweed. That's where our garden was, and the goats would just stick their heads through the fence and just devour it. So we hadn't planted a garden out there.
It's called retribution
Yep.
garden for the goats. They're like, "Hey, you shoot me in the ass, I'm gonna eat your whole garden."
Well, that's why we decided to do our veggies and stuff around the patio and inside the fence this year, where I
There you
did it, because that way Lily won't let the goats, if they come near the fence, she barks, she runs them off. But doing it inside the fenced in area, they can't come in and eat our vegetables.
There you go.
I had my tomato plants and my banana pepper plants in the back on my back porch, and there's like a little 100-foot yard swath of trees through there, a little embankment for the power lines and stuff. And the freaking deer came up and literally ate off all of my plants to nubs. And I'm so grateful that they left just little pieces on my tomato plants, and they grew back like magic.
That's fine. I had some deer that ate my apple tree. Now it's not alive anymore.
Yeah, see, they just animals.
No, not
I bet that's why
Thinking everything's for them. Well, it's kind of my fault because I grew the wrong corn. I was luring them in anyway.
Was that the gemstone corn?
No, it was. See, the package said sweet corn. It was not sweet corn because it was like the really hard animal corn that you can't even cook. I
Right.
can't remember what kind it is, but yeah, no.
It was. You mean it wasn't?
Feed corn. Feed corn.
Yeah,
It wasn't
basically.
pollinated is all. You have to pollinate
Yeah.
it.
Well, I don't want to mess with that. I just want corn that will be sweet corn, and I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but yeah, it has to be.
I ain't doing no
pollinated
corn
or it's-
detasseling these days.
You have to leave the tassels so that they're pollinated.
Oh yeah, no. Well, they were left.
Yeah, if you take the tassels out, it'll turn into feed corn. If you take 100% of the tassels out, it turns into feed corn.
Huh. Well, I didn't take nothing out, so I don't think it was the right corn. I don't even know. It was weird corn because yeah, the deer came through, ate it all, left the cobs. They were just corn with cobs everywhere. But yeah, no, I don't know what happened with that corn that year. It was weird. But that was also the year that my apple tree went away.
I think corn's bad. We're gonna eat the apple tree.
Right. Like corn's gone. You know what, Mama Rochi? I'm pretty sure it was the year that I grew the gem corn, but they left the gem corn alone.
Yeah, I was going to say most of them won't eat the gem corn.
Okay, interesting. I mean, that's
It's a
really for
different-
decor anyway.
Yeah, it's a different type of corn. But yeah, if you got the hard corn, that's just feed corn. That's what they grow all around here.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I planted the corn out there and didn't have any left because the goats ate it.
Of course. Yeah.
They ate my whole garden that year. I mean, the year he got them, they've been there 3 years now, and I haven't planted a garden since
Yeah.
because it was pointless.
That's what happened
But
with my
now
ducks.
they're eating.
Ate everything.
The ducks did that with like our sunflower seeds and stuff. We planted. They would go behind us and dig them up.
Yeah, we had to put a fence around it. And then they still figured out how to get through and ate all of my pumpkins. Oh, still pisses me off.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Hollowed them out. They ate good.
Hey,
Can't wait
Hey.
to have ducks again one day and geese. Throw some goats in there.
And all the poop.
Yeah, more chickens.
stop biting her tail. Hey,
I have a friend named Philip that makes his own soil out of it.
Oh yeah, I watched him too.
Philip Karlstrom.
Oh yeah.
He's got Two Goose Soil, it's called, I believe.
Hell yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, that's what I did, except I used chicken poop. But I also used the duck pond water to water the fruit trees for a couple of years in a row. And they are looking great right now.
Wow.
Minus the apple tree.
Apple tree was looking great to the deep.
Yeah. So sad.
Rest in peace, apple tree.
Good old Honey Crisp.
The honey.
well, the
grass.
bad thing that sucks about that is there's not a lot you can do about it. You can fence
I
it
know.
in,
I know, but they
but
hop
they're
over
still going to
anything.
get to it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
Well,
I
that's
guess
how
if
this
you,
goat
like,
gets
did
out of
fence.
its pen.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yeah,
goat gets out of its pen by climbing on top of its
Yeah.
house.
Mm.
Well, the two goats get out of the pen.
So they just
Animals
let it grow there.
sticking around. These humans are so nice, planting all our food for us.
Did you go to the Johnsons with those azaleas in the front for us? You know?
No
Yeah,
shit.
for sure.
I don't
Well-
mind them eating on the outside of the fence, like I don't know if you saw the video I posted of Lily like herding the goats on the outside of the fence. I don't mind them eating on the outside of the fence, but it's when they come inside my fence
Right.
because I don't have this. The big yard isn't fenced in; it's just the small backyard that's fenced in.
High-powered electric fence makes the barbecuing a lot easier.
Yeah.
Toasted goat.
I don't think that goat would be any good, honestly. Honestly.
Trash can.
They got now originally they had gotten the goats because the girl he was dating was into homesteading. So they got goats, they got chickens, they got ducks, and then they split up and the goats have kind of just been left there. He feeds them like maybe once every couple days. and they're his daughter's pets.
Oh wow.
So that's the only thing they're good for. I mean, they get out and he has to wrangle them up, and yeah, they're just there now at this point.
No shit. Well, let's see. So, well, it looks like we're getting towards the end of the show here. Why don't you let us know what it is that you have for the plans for the rest of the summer for your gardening, Mama?
Oh, I got lots of plans, whether or not they happen.
Yeah.
So we still have a lot to plant. We still have a lot of flowers we need to get in the ground. We still have our pizza garden we're going to do, but we're going to buy the Roma tomato plants, just small plants. Like everything else we've started from seed. But the stuff that we're going to do in the pizza bag garden, we're going to do that. It's all going to be store-bought plants. We're not doing them from seed, except for maybe the herbs, because I'll use the herbs for everything. And a lot of plants going in the ground, and we got a lot of taking care of this big yard.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get the pool going, gotta get the fire pit cleaned up, and then we can have some of our friends over and have a shindig.
Oh yeah.
A hootenanny, a hoedown.
Hey, I got a big enough yard. You guys can throw tents up.
Definitely. It's
I don't know that your city would like a vendor event in your yard, but we could do that.
Yeah,
sure permit for that.
I don't think that would go over very well here in Indiana.
the new Goshen backyard brawl in the making.
So what about you, Ashley?
Master and Mama Roshi as the number one.
Yeah, right.
Sorry. I went to the place in my mind.
Okay, your turn, Ashley. What's your plans for the summer once you get moved?
Oh man, obviously get the garden in because it's almost running out of time. I'll be a late gardener this year, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll get it done. And I actually wanted to start like a little roadside farmers market with my friend. So we're gonna try and sell a little bit of stuff down there at the end of our street. See how many people we can bring in.
There you go. Good luck with that.
Yeah. I want to make some like jams and some other things. If I grow a lot of like squash or whatever, I'll sell that down there. Tomatoes too.
Nice.
I'm excited. Yeah. Get my feet into some other experiments and stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah. What about you, Joshua? What do we got on deck coming from White Glove?
Well, we've got a lot of stuff coming on deck from White Glove. I got a whole slew of new strains that we're going to be sending out testers for, new crosses and line work mostly. So to be F2 and F3 versions of stuff that have already been released. Just tightening up the traits that I wanted to see carried on in them, and so I'll be releasing some of those as the summer months go on. Tomorrow we are going to be down in Springfield, as I said, at the garden event there in Springfield. We will be the following day on Sunday back here in Pekin, Illinois at the Grow Up event. They're having a thing called Clonapalooza, which we're not going to be set up at that, but I will definitely be at that event, making an appearance, talking to people down there. And then later on in the summer, we've got the MMP Classic coming up, August 24th. You guys want to stay tuned for that. It's going to be a classic 4-man scramble being held in the beautiful golf resort in Peevely, Missouri. So it should be an absolute blast of a time. We have a ton of vendors already signed up to bid for that event. It's not just your standard golf tournament. There's going to be an entire vendor court set up on premises. So we'll have 15 to 20 vendors, set up there doing normal vending and, having a good time, so that should be a blast.
Well,
what do you have planned for the summer, Sir
Well, I plan on getting my root right cubes or whatever you call those going and getting some seeds started, some cannabis. Like I said, I'm definitely going to run these Irish Fest beans, but I'm a little late. So, but I'm I'm confused on what I'm going to do with anything else in the yard. Really, I'm just mowing right now. Any of the bushes, we have some irises that came up real pretty this year because we had a good amount of rain. In fact, they were so heavy that they just literally fell over. They were so heavy, but they were beautiful. But the rest of the summer, pretty much, I don't know. Last year I had an indoor and an outdoor grow, and I got really, really screwed in the fall. I felt like I was in trim jail forever. So this year it's going to be outdoor only. So that's what I figure I'm going to do. I'm a little undecided though. But other than that, where can they find you, Josh? Let everybody know where they can get a hold of you and how they can support MMP.
They can find me at www.marijuanamaintenanceprogram.com. You can find me on Facebook through my Facebook, Joshua R. White. You can find me on Instagram at mmprogram420, and all of the above. You can find me in person at pretty much any local cannabis event that you're at. And if I'm not there, ask the people throwing it why, and have them get a hold of me.
And what about you, Ashley? Where can they find you?
Oh, I'm usually most active on Facebook, Ashley Huffman, and follow me. Go ahead, it's fun sometimes. Maybe you like something. And of course, this awesome Groove Train Friday nights and Sunday nights on the NOK Network, the IWK Sesh. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Tuesdays at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time with Rhino. We like to talk about our health and homesteading journey one day at a time, because that's what it takes. And come on over.
Crystal, aka Mama Rochi.
But you can always find us right here on the lovely Groove Train on Friday night. You can also find us on Thursday Night Vibes on the NOK Network. Also, check us out at MasterRochi'sGarden.com. And we will be at Herbal Roots Canna Fest on June 28th in Nelson, Illinois.
That's right. And that's where I'll be as well, everybody. June 28th in Nelson, Illinois at Herbal Roots Canna Fest. If you want to meet me in person as well, it'll be a good time. And you can also find me on Facebook as well. Wednesday nights on the NOK Network doing my IWP session. Lily, excuse me. And then on Friday nights here, oh, that's right.
Lily. I was like, who's that man talking in the background? It was freaking Lily the whole time.
You can tell him, Lily. And that's where you guys can all find me. And so you can find us next in 2 weeks here on same time, same groove on the Groove Train, 9 p.m. Everybody. See you next week.
Peace. Choo-choo.
Good night, everybody. Choo-choo.
Oh yeah, we stepping off the Groove Train. Ride was fly. Ooh yeah, snapping fingers, tapping toes, we touching the sky. You tuned in, zoned in, we felt the love like a rocket ship, a rhythm taking off above. Thank you for watching us groove. You got the funk fever, can't help but move. We see you there, smiling in the zone, together in the rhythm. You ain't alone. Ow. Mic in hand, our story Train, dreaming big rhythms, living the dream. Your support fuels the engine, heels hitting the floor. Groove Train riding